Here is an explanation for the answer to final exam question number 30 in Electronics Demystified 2nd edition. If you have the printed book, you'll find it on page 423. In a wireless communications receiver, we can connect a pair of diodes in reverse parallel with variable reverse bias across the audio output terminals to obtain what? Well, the answer is noise limiting. Here's the basic scheme. Reverse parallel means the diodes are connected across each other with their polarities going in opposite directions. So these diodes tend to limit both the positive peak and the negative peak of the waveform to a certain specific amplitude. If you'll go back to chapter 5 in the book, what you're looking at right now is figure 5-11, which explains how that concept works. And the schematic diagram, figure 5-12, shows an actual arrangement where we're talking about this variable bias across the input and output terminals so that we can regulate the extent to which these diodes clip the signal. If we adjust these controls together, that's what this dashed line here means, that these are connected together in what they call a ganged arrangement, so that they have the same identical resistance value at all points in their setting. But you will notice one of them goes to a negative polarity to clip the peaks in one direction. The other one goes to a positive polarity to clip the peaks in the other direction. And once again, these capacitors simply serve to keep the DC, these DC bias levels controlled by the resistors on the diodes, from affecting either the input circuit or the output circuit or each other. So that's what we can basically do here. Noise limiting. Now, noise limiting is not the same thing as noise blanking. Noise blanking generally works much better because it actually erases the noise pulses from the output. But noise limiting at least will keep these noise pulses, provided that we adjust the bias correctly. These diodes will keep the noise pulses from exceeding the signal that we want to hear. So the correct choice in this particular example is D.